I look at you, not at the cameras. Radio is the most trusted medium for news and information. Radio is a very different profession than podcast is. But in difficult situations, you can rely on radio. Radio reaches 70% of the population of the world. Let's go. Well, that depends on the country, but radio plays a very important role. If you look globally around the world, radio reaches 70% of the population of the world. That means 5 to 6 billion people a day. So it's very relevant. Radio gives people company and local news, entertainment, something to laugh, music, and your local culture. So it's very, very relevant. It's the biggest medium if you see it in reach of the world. So why broadcasting is so important to connect the world? It's especially because the local news is available. Overall, if you look at research done all over the world, radio is the most trusted medium for news and information. For example, in Spain, there was a power outage and people couldn't get any internet, no phones, nothing worked, but the radio still functioned. So they could get into their cars, or if they had a radio with a battery, they could hear that there was a power outage. And radio was the only source of information at that time. And then, of course, the power came back and everything is back to normal again. But in difficult situations, you can rely on radio. So the difference between broadcast and podcast, so they rhyme. So broadcast is one to many. So you have a studio, you have antenna. With an FM antenna, it has a large population reach. And with DAB+, what I represent in the world is digital audio broadcast. You can even go further. And on one frequency have 18 stations. So it's one to many people at the same time. It is free to air and there's no gatekeeper. If you do podcasts, you go to a platform where you can look for the subject that interests you. And there's a gatekeeper there, and that gatekeeper can provide you with the podcast of your choice, which is also audio. And what you see is that they go very well together. Radio is a very different profession than podcast is. Thank you very much. Thank you.